Is the king of K-dramas finally showing cracks in his perfect image? For the very first time, Lee Min-ho couldn't hide his jealousy in front of the public eye and the cause, shocking rumors linking Song Hye Kyo and Lee Dong Wuk in a special relationship that's stirring waves across the entertainment world. Fans are stunned. The media is buzzing and questions are multiplying. What's the real story behind Lee Min-ho's rare emotional outburst? Could there be more to this triangle than anyone expected? Get ready because Red Carpet Revealed is about to take you deep into the drama secrets and truth behind this explosive situation. Let's uncover it together right now. Seoul, South Korea, April 27th, 2025. In a night destined for glamour, but remembered for raw human emotion, Lee Min-ho, the golden boy of Korean entertainment, let the world glimpse a side of him rarely if ever seen before. Jealousy, unmistakable and intense. It all began at the prestigious Grand Walker Hill Hotel, where South Korea's brightest stars gathered for the annual Asian Glamour Awards. With spotlights sweeping the red carpet and journalists jostling for the best angles, the evening started like any other, elegant, polished, predictably perfect. But perfection was about to shatter. A storm in the making. Arriving separately but inevitably stealing the show, Song Hye Kyo and Lee Dong Wuk set off murmurs as soon as they appeared together at the cocktail reception. Hye Kyo, stunning in an ivory silk gown, and Dong Wuk, charismatic in a midnight blue tailored suit, were seen exchanging warm glances and quiet laughs. A kind of effortless intimacy that didn't escape the hungry eyes of reporters or fans lurking behind velvet ropes. Whispers turned into a low buzz. Are they more than just friends? Yet the real eruption came minutes later when Lee Min-ho entered the venue, dressed head to toe in a sleek black velvet tuxedo. Minho's presence usually commanded awe, but tonight his cool aura seemed off. Multiple witnesses described the moment he spotted Song Hye Kyo and Lee Dong Wook together. His confident stride faltered for a fraction of a second. His smile stiffened unnaturally and caught vividly on video. His hand curled momentarily into a fist before he tucked it into his jacket pocket. In that instant, the atmosphere shifted. It wasn't just a celebrity sighting anymore. It was a scene, electric with unsaid emotions, jealousy, hurt, and longing, bleeding into every stolen glance and forced smile. Inside the gala, a tense triangle unfolds. As the evening progressed, seating arrangements added fuel to the fire. Lee Min-ho was placed at a VIP table diagonally facing Song Hye Kyo and Lee Dong Wook's. Throughout the dinner, attendees whispered that Minho's gaze kept drifting almost involuntarily towards the pair. His usual ease was replaced by a taut tension, visible in every movement. At one notable moment, Song Hye Kyo leaned over to adjust Lee Dong Wook's bow tie, an innocuous gesture to outsiders, but to Lee Min-ho, it seemed to land like a visible blow. His face, usually the picture of perfect composure, betrayed a flicker of something painfully real. Raw, unfiltered jealousy. Those seated nearby noted that Minho barely touched his meal and engaged minimally with others at his table. His close friend and fellow actor, Jung Il-woo, was seen trying to lighten his mood, but Minho's forced chuckles only deepened the uncomfortable tension. Social media caught fire almost instantly. Videos of Minho's reactions were clipped, looped, and dissected within minutes under trending hashtags like Jealous Minho, Triangle Drama, and K-Drama Real Life. One viral tweet captured the mood perfectly. When life imitates K-Drama, and our King Lee Min-ho is living the angst, someone protect him. The hidden backstory deeper than it seems. Rumors have long linked Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo, two titans of the Korean wave, hinting at unspoken affection, a what could have been scenario cherished by fans worldwide. They had shared undeniable chemistry during collaborations in luxury brand campaigns and public events, sparking endless speculation. Insiders whisper that in recent months, Lee Min-ho had made several discreet attempts to reconnect with Song Hye Kyo, expressing interest in co-starring in a future drama, and possibly reigniting something more personal. However, Song Hye Kyo and Lee Dong Wook both navigating their own histories of public heartbreaks, seemed to find an easy camaraderie that blossomed into something deeper, or at least something close enough to stir old hidden feelings in someone watching from afar. The fallout from that night has been seismic. Gossip programs, entertainment panels, and online forums are ablaze with debate. Is a new star couple being born, or is it all just misunderstandings fueled by clever PR? Meanwhile, Lee Min-ho's fans have flooded social media with emotional messages of support, praising him for showing authentic emotion in a world where idols are trained to suppress vulnerability. On the other hand, there's a growing sympathy for Song Hye Kyo, who finds herself once again at the center of a love triangle, not of her making. As for Lee Dong Wuk, his calm, gentlemanly demeanor only seems to fan the flames, portraying him as the effortless confidant who perhaps unintentionally captured Hye Kyo's heart. Agencies for all three stars have remained tight-lipped, releasing only curt statements, urging the public not to speculate irresponsibly. But in the world of Korean entertainment, silence often speaks louder than words. Sources close to Lee Min-ho reveal that the incident at the Grand Walker Hill Hotel was not an isolated emotional lapse, it was the culmination of weeks of silent struggles. An insider from Minho's management team requesting anonymity shared. He has been under a lot of emotional pressure lately. Everyone sees the glamorous image, but few understand how deeply he feels things. Seeing Song Hye Kyo and Lee Dong Wuk so close, it hit him harder than anyone expected. Those who know him well describe Lee Min-ho as someone who, despite his global fame, cherishes genuine deep connections over fleeting romances. In private, he is known to be reflective, sensitive, and quietly intense traits that perhaps made the public display of jealousy all the more poignant and relatable. Insiders also suggest that Lee Min-ho had been considering making a bold move, publicly confessing his long-held feelings for Song Hye Kyo, a move almost unheard of in the carefully curated world of Korean celebrity culture. But the sudden emergence of Lee Dong-wook into the picture may have changed everything. Song Hye Kyo's dilemma, torn between two stars. Meanwhile, the attention swirling around Song Hye Kyo has reached a fever pitch. Friends of the actress describe her as being caught completely off guard by the situation. Known for her grace and composure, Hye Kyo has always managed to keep her personal life fiercely private, even amidst endless tabloid speculation. One close associate hinted, Hye Kyo has a deep respect and fondness for both men. She never intended to hurt anyone, but she's only human too. She values sincerity above all else, and right now she's facing an incredibly difficult emotional crossroads. According to whispers within the industry, Hye Kyo has been quietly avoiding the public eye since the awards gala, canceling a few appearances and limiting her communications, perhaps needing space to process the whirlwind of emotions and public scrutiny. Lee Dong-wook, the unexpected rival. As for Lee Dong-wook, his involvement in this growing drama has added an unexpected twist. Unlike the explosive emotions seen from Lee Min-ho, Dong-wook has maintained a calm, almost enigmatic silence, yet those close to him describe a man who values loyalty and kindness, traits that have reportedly drawn him closer to Song Hye Kyo during past months. Observers note that Dong-wook's steady support during Hye Kyo's tough times, particularly following her highly publicized divorce, may have sown the seeds of a bond that neither initially intended to bloom into something more. With the public eye now trained sharply on him, Dong-wook faces his own battles. Maintain his friendship and dignity, or risk being cast as the unwilling third point in a painful love triangle that has captivated millions? The public's reaction, sympathy, speculation, and division. The Korean entertainment world is notorious for its intense fan culture, and this unfolding drama has split public opinion down the middle. Team Minho rallies behind the wounded heart of their idol, flooding social media with messages of encouragement, artistic tributes, and heartfelt pleas for him to stay strong. Team Hye Kyo Dong Wook celebrates what they see as a fresh, healing connection between two stars who have weathered past storms and deserve happiness. Neutral fans plead for privacy and understanding, reminding everyone that beyond the glitz, these are real people navigating real emotions. Meanwhile, entertainment media has gone into overdrive with late-night panels, expert body language analyses, and even amateur lip readers trying to dissect every micro expression from the Gala Night videos. The impact of this real life drama is even spilling into brands and projects associated with the trio, as marketing teams scramble to navigate the sensitive emotional landscape without alienating passionate fan bases. What's next? A confession, a scandal, or silence? Speculation is rampant about what will happen next. Will Minho finally break his silence and reveal the depth of his feelings? Will Hye Kyo issue a public statement clarifying her relationship status? Or will all three stars retreat into guarded silence, letting the frenzy burn itself out without official comment? In the high stakes world of Korean celebrity, even a single post, a glance, or a few carefully chosen words could ignite or extinguish entire waves of public sentiment. For now, the world watches breathless, caught in a suspenseful pause between heartbreak and hope. One thing is certain: this isn't just another celebrity rumor. This is an emotional drama, as gripping, devastating, and unforgettable as the very K-dramas that first made Lee Min-ho song Hye Kyo and Lee Dong Wuk legends. Stay with Red Carpet revealed. The story is still unfolding, and the final act may change everything.